the competent twin. A Raven Darkblade. Mystery. Chapter 1. Old Friends and New Crimes. The Crimson City Police Academy reunion was held at the Regrettable Decisions Banquet Hall, which seemed appropriate given most attendees' career choices. Detective Raven Darkblade stood near the punch bowl, currently 5 feet 10 inches, with social anxiety, wearing his best Hawaiian shirt, only one visible stain, under his trademark trench coat. He was trying to remember anyone from his academy days, but his memories were as reliable as his height. Raven Darkblade. The voice was like ice cubes being precisely measured into a glass. Raven turned to see a man who looked like what would happen if organization became a person, and then got really into monochrome fashion. Everything about him was exact. Exactly 5 feet 11 inches. Exactly pressed clothes. Exactly trimmed hair. He wore a charcoal gray suit that had never met a wrinkle, with a black shirt and darker black tie. His shoes reflected light like obsidian mirrors. "Hi," Raven said cheerfully, having no idea who this was. "You're from the Academy." Corvus Lightknife. Each word was clipped, precise like he was paying per syllable. "We were partners. Final exam. 10 years ago." "Oh, right," Raven lied enthusiastically. "Corvus, good times. You were the one who—" He squinted, trying to remember literally anything. Had that thing. Corvus's expression didn't change, but somehow became colder. He pulled out a leather notebook, real leather, with his initials embossed in silver, and made a single mark with a Mont Blanc pen. "The thing," Corvus repeated. "Yes, the forensics final, where you accidentally destroyed my evidence board. With a burrito." "A burrito?" Raven's height crept up to 6 feet, 0 inches with confusion. "I don't remember." "You were eating, walking backward, explaining your theory about the practice murder. You tripped. Salsa everywhere. My 3-week reconstruction. Ruined." "Oh." Raven's height dropped to 5 feet 8 inches. "That's bad." "I failed. Lost my scholarship. Had to leave." Corvus made another precise mark in his notebook. "You used my destroyed board as evidence of chaos theory in action. Got the highest mark in Academy history." "I did." Raven genuinely had no memory of this. "That seems unlikely. I'm terrible at evidence." "Yes." Corvus's smile was technically perfect, but emotionally vacant. "You are?" "So what do you do now?" Raven asked, desperately trying to change the subject from whatever he'd apparently done with the burrito. "Private detective. Specialize in corrections." "Like posture?" "Like fixing mistakes." Corvus took a sip of water. Not punch water from a glass he'd apparently brought himself. Others' mistakes. Before Raven could ask what that meant, Jenny Shouts Loud materialized beside them like a very loud ghost. "Darkblade, we've got a case. Someone stealing all the murder weapons from the evidence locker and replacing them with fruit." "Fruit?" Raven's height fluctuated with interest. "Bananas specifically. Every gun, knife, and blunt object." "Now banana." She noticed Corvus. "Who's this?" "This is Corbin," Raven said confidently. "Corvus, Corvus corrected, making another mark in his notebook. He's a private detective who fixes posture. I fix mistakes, Corvus repeated. His pen moved across the page in perfectly straight lines. Great! We could use help! Jenny grabbed both of them. Come on! The captain's having a potassium-fueled breakdown. The evidence locker looked like a tropical fruit stand had exploded with legal implications. Bananas were everywhere. In evidence bags, tagged with case numbers, some still wearing their original evidence tags. 27 murder weapons, Officer Clipboard. His actual name, Crimson City had given up on normal, reported. All bananas now. Same weight, same size as the original weapons. Precisely measured. Precisely? Corvus stepped forward, examining a banana that had replaced a knife. Each banana is exactly the same length, 7.5 inches, curvature of 15 degrees. Someone calculated this. Who calculates banana curves? Raven asked, pulling out his notepad, a reunion napkin. Someone making a point. Corvus photographed the scene with a camera that probably cost more than Raven's car. This isn't random. It's a message. About fruit? Raven guessed. About evidence. Corvus's notebook filled with perfectly parallel notes. Someone saying evidence is, what's the phrase? Easy to manipulate. Slippery. Bananas are slippery, Raven agreed, then slipped on a peel someone had left on the floor, proving his point. His height adjusted to 5 feet 7 inches with embarrassment. Detective Darkblade, Corvus said, helping him up with exactly enough force to lift a 5'7" person. You were here last week, yes? Working a case? The murderous mime thing, Raven said. He killed people silently, which is just regular killing, really. All killing is pretty quiet. Which evidence box? Corvus interrupted. Raven looked around. That one? No, that one. Actually, he doesn't remember. Jenny provided helpfully. Raven's memory is more of a suggestion system. Corvus made another note, then another. His pen moved like a machine programmed for disappointment. The security footage, Corvus said. Has anyone checked it? Everyone looked at Raven. Should I have? Raven asked. You were lead detective, Jenny reminded him. Oh, then, yes? I definitely should have. Corvus walked to the security monitor and typed with the efficiency of someone who'd never made a typo. The footage showed the evidence room at 3 a.m., empty. Then at 3:17, the image flickered when it cleared bananas. 17 minutes missing, Corvus observed. Someone who knew the system, knew the cameras, knew exactly which evidence to replace. Inside job? Jenny suggested. Or someone with inside knowledge. Corvus turned to Raven. You mentioned a mime. What happened to him? Oh, he's in prison. Doing hard mime. Get it? Like hard time, but... Who arrested him? I did. Well, technically he arrested himself. Walked into a box and couldn't get out. Classic mime mistake. Corvus's pen stopped moving. He looked at Raven with an expression that was either respect or digestion issues. You caught the Crimson City mime, the one who'd been killing for 3 years. Has it been 3 years? Raven asked. Time is weird. I need to think. Corvus closed his notebook with a snap-like judgment. This is connected to something larger. Someone's making a statement about evidence, about convictions, about dash dash. Bananas? Raven supplied helpfully. About justice. Corvus headed for the door. I'll investigate privately. Detective Darkblade, we should coordinate. Coordinate? Like matching outfits? Raven looked at his Hawaiian shirt, then at Corvus's monochrome perfection. That seems hard. Like sharing information. Corvus handed him a business card. It was matte black with silver lettering. Even his contact information was aesthetically oppressive. Corvus Lightknife, private investigator, fixing what's wrong. Raven read. That's vague but menacing. Accurate. Corvus paused at the door. It was interesting seeing you again, Raven. You haven't changed. Thanks. I don't try to change. Too confusing. Yes, that's apparent. One more note in the notebook. Until next time. He left with the precision of someone who'd practiced leaving rooms dramatically but subtly. Weird guy, Jenny observed. Good posture, though. He fixes mistakes, Raven said, staring at the business card. Whatever that means. Probably means he's expensive. Anyway, what do we do about the banana situation? Raven looked around the evidence room full of fruit. His height settled at 5 feet 9 inches, his standard confusion altitude. I guess we peel back the layers of this case. Jenny groaned. That's terrible. Sorry. Corvus probably would have said something better. He seems very precise. Yeah, precise. Jenny picked up a banana labeled Murder Weapon, Case 447. Precisely weird. As they began cataloging the fruit, Raven couldn't shake the feeling that he was missing something. Something about Corvus. Something about burritos and evidence boards and the highest mark in Academy history that he definitely didn't deserve. But then again, he missed most things. That's what made him Raven. His phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. The bananas are just the beginning. Evidence is fiction. Justice is interpretation. You solved the mime case wrong. A friend. Hey, Jenny, Raven called. What does justice is interpretation mean? Sounds like someone took Philosophy 101 and got really into it. Why? No reason. Raven deleted the text, then tried to undelete it, then accidentally deleted his lunch order from last week. Technology was hard. Outside, exactly 1 block away, Corvus Lightknife stood at exactly 5 feet 11 inches and made exactly 1 more note in his notebook. Phase 1. Complete. To be continued, precisely. Author's note. This chapter is dedicated to everyone who's ever been wronged by a burrito, and to private detectives who are definitely not planning elaborate revenge schemes. Any resemblance to actual evidence tampering is purely coincidental. Please do not replace murder weapons with fruit, no matter how poetic it seems.